Why do I look so ashy right now? Don't I look ashy? I still look ashy. Man. I don't know. Maybe it's a lighting thing. Oh well. Anyway, Lizzo. Let's talk about her. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Exes Does. My name is Exes and I be doing things. What do I be doing? Commentary right now. I mean, it seems like y'all really like the BBL epidemic video that I made because it got 1K views already, and I wasn't expecting it to get that much views. I actually didn't expect it to go and pop off as much as it did, being that it was a topic that I covered about like 3 weeks after the fact. I don't know. It just feels like the internet moves way too fast and it's incredibly hard to keep up with trends. So I just thought I was like 1,000,001 years late in internet time, right? Okay, but anyway, I apologize for not making any YouTube videos as of recently. I have been busy with life, with stuff in my personal life, and I have been doing other excursions that I probably should be quarantining for right now. But other than that, yeah, I've just been really busy, but I'm gonna do my best to keep this on a consistent schedule, y'all. Okay, and as I stated, I will attempt to get commentary videos out to you guys every Friday, and I will also be trying to make RTTs every Monday. Just bear with me. This YouTube situation is new to me. I am editing all my own videos, doing my best, so just hang in with mama, okay? Mama's got it. Mama's got it. But anyway, today we're going to talk about Lizzo, specifically with what happened with Lizzo about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. It happened a minute ago. When did rumors drop? It happened a minute ago, okay? When her single Rumors dropped. And if you don't know who Lizzo is, she is an American pop star who really got her start through the song Truth Hurts. Unless you're like me, who've been known Lizzo in like 2018 when she first dropped that song, and then all of a sudden in 2019 people act like she's this new sensation. No honey, Lizzo been here, honey. I know. I would know. She was very prevalent in 2019. Her music really took off. I think she won a couple of Grammys too, which is impressive. But she has been one of the pop stars that has been under the most scrutiny. And it is not because of anything particularly controversial other than her weight. People do not like fat women existing, specifically fat Black women existing. I have come to realize that people do not like seeing marginalized groups existing and thriving in the mainstream. And Lizzo, being a brown-skinned fat woman, is definitely one who fits into the subculture of being a marginalized group, especially pushed within the mainstream. So anyway, Lizzo had recently dropped her single Rumors after I think a year long of a hiatus. We did not hear much from Lizzo in 2020. Rightfully so. Self-care is important, and Lizzo was still popping off on social media, so. But anyway, we didn't see much of her over the year 2020, but she did drop Rumors in 2021 a couple weeks back. Personally, I did not like the song, but that does not mean that I dislike Lizzo in any way, shape, or form. And I really wish that we could sometimes separate the two, like respect the art, not the artist, dislike the work, but not dislike the artist. I don't know. I don't think it was one of her strongest songs, but I still like the message and I still like what she presented to us after her year-long hiatus. I like the fact that Cardi B hopped on it, because any song that Cardi B hops on is going to get some sort of traction. But with her dropping her song, and her, of course, being a brown-skinned, fat Black woman, came a lot of hate. Not in regards to the songs, but well, yes, in regards to the songs, but mostly because of her size. And while I can talk for ages upon ages about the fat phobia culture in America and how we just can't appreciate and or accept fat Black women taking up space in the mainstream, I want to talk about something else. And it has something to do with people thinking that Lizzo makes music for the white folk, or the fact that Lizzo has been labeled as the mammy of the music industry. And if you don't know what a mammy is, that is a, 1 second. I know what it is, okay? It's just, I just want to come off politically correct. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, the offensive term for mammy is a Black nursemaid or nanny in charge of white children. Okay. So why are people calling Lizzo mammy? I think people have started to call her mammy because her music, being in the pop music genre, has been the most palatable to the white folk, because a lot of white folk like pop music. It's like a lot of white folk like hip hop. I would also assume that people would call Lizzo mammy because her music is definitely digested to the mainstream. The mainstream that absorbs pop music the most is white people. To be fair, I did hear somewhere that pop music is dead and actually like hip hop music is really taking over, and that is like the most popular genre in America right now. So there isn't really a lot of like pop icons, really, which is interesting because I really want to unpack and talk about why we wanted to shoehorn Lizzo into a box, specifically in the music industry, and basically ostracize and excommunicate her because her music has been the most digested and the most supported by possibly non-Black folk. Now, do I think this is true? No, but from the tweets that I keep on seeing, from the things that Lizzo has said herself, from the impression that people assume that Lizzo has, everyone be thinking that Lizzo be making music for the white folk. Everybody be thinking that Lizzo is somehow a mammy for the white folk. And I do not think that is true. There are two things that I have noticed about the music industry specifically in regards to Black people in pop music in America and just marginalized groups in different genres of music. And so the first point that I've noticed is that, gotta look at my notes. So the first thing I noticed is that Black women do not have a space in pop music for them. They don't have a space in pop music for them and are always shoehorned into either urban or R&B genres or hip hop genres. What I mean is that Black women and marginalized Black people feel like they have to fit into a space in order to be seen within the music industry. They cannot be a lexicon of things. They cannot maybe pull a Pink, for example, and get a start off as being like an R&B icon and then later like wean off into rock music, right? And then shoehorn it back into a little bit more pop. They cannot be a Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears where they, you know, insert themselves as bubblegum pop and then somehow become these like sexy vixen girls by the time they're 18 or by the time they want to prove their sexuality, start dabbling more into hip hop, R&B, or a more mature type of sound. Black people definitely don't get the opportunity that someone like Miley Cyrus would get, where, you know, she started off as a teeny bopper, best of both worlds, Hannah Montana icon, had her little buck wild Black cultural appropriation cosplay moment where she was twerking on any and everything and having foam fingers out, and somehow was able to reel that back in and gain the loyalty of millions and millions of fans by making more country sounding alternative rock and just rock pop music. I'm sorry, Miley Cyrus is like the best example of this because, by the way, I love Miley Cyrus, really I do. I'm a fan of her. But name one Black musician outside of maybe Michael Jackson who was able to do what Miley Cyrus did. Exactly. Name one Black woman musician that was able to do what Miley Cyrus did. Yeah, Black people, specifically Black women in pop culture and media, are not allowed the luxury of dabbling into certain things so freely and then maybe reeling it back into a sound that's something that sounds like them. If you don't believe me, take the pop star Normani, for example. Normani is an incredibly talented dancer, incredibly talented singer. She has a strong stage presence and she kills it. Personally, I feel like she was the one who carried Fifth Harmony on her back, not Camila Cabello. I said what I said. But regardless, when Normani went solo, her record label was trying to figure out what image to put her in, and they really wanted to shoehorn her into a very urban sound without really knowing if Normani really wanted to be an urban musician. This happens commonly throughout music. Don't give up on my queen. It is incredibly common for a lot of young and up and coming Black female pop singers to really be like shoehorned into just being urban musicians. Even more matured, such as Tyler the Creator, or a better example, Beyonce. Her wonderful album Lemonade allegedly had a bunch of different genres in her album and was complemented with a visual album. Still won Best Urban Award at the Grammys in 2016. Even though she was tackling all different types of genre, from what I hear, even though she was tackling all different types of genres, from R&B, pop, rapping, rock music, and country, she still was not really solidified as an actual like artist by the Grammys, and was rather shoehorned into being a urban artist. Same with Tyler the Creator. He made a comment about it after receiving the Grammy Award, saying that it felt like a backhanded compliment that he would even get an urban award, when in reality he felt like his album Igor was so much better than that. This has been a constant cycle within Black folks within the music industry, where they are always forced into being more urban instead of ever being seen as something else. And it sucks, because even when they are at the highest accolades, even when they are at the best of the best Grammy Awards, it gets no better than that apparently, they still do not get to be seen as anything outside of being an urban musician. So Beyonce, Tyler the Creator, and Normani have been able to have all aggressively tried to fight and scratch to be seen as more than just urban musician. Beyonce herself being able to cover and master several different genres of music, along with Tyler the Creator bringing a very experimental sound, not only to hip-hop, but I could say arguably into music. And then Normani really proving herself outside of just being an R&B artist, right? They have fought tooth and nail to be seen as something other than that. Okay, so when we mention Lizzo, I personally feel as if we should be congratulating Lizzo. I feel like we should be supporting Lizzo as a darker skinned, fat, mainstream pop artist that is able to solidify a space within the pop music genre. I really do. I think that that is an enormous feat. I think that that is incredibly impressive, not only for someone of her skin complexion, colorism, right, but also for her size and also for her talent. And I think to dumb down her talent as her just being a, you know, mammy for pop music is just a slap in the face to so many Black musicians who have wanted to be seen more than just being an urban type of musician. I think that is a very impressive feat, and to sit there and claim that Lizzo is only famous because white folks like her is ridiculous and totally inconsiderate to the work that she has done and the image that she has provided within music. On God, no cap. And sure, she does get boxed in, especially being a fat, Black, darker skinned musician who is in pop music. It is so easy to get boxed into her brand. But even still, she is definitely making moves that could possibly open up doors for other Black artists to be seen outside of just wanting to be urban, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion. Another point I want to add, not specifically about like Lizzo and her music, but also the way people treat Lizzo and any other marginalized groups who do want to be included with hip hop, right? Like I don't know if you know this, but hip hop is very misogynistic, okay? It is. I like me some hip hop. I like me some Kanye. Drake is cool to listen to sometimes. I like me some J. Cole, Chance, except for that last album. I'm really into Isaiah Rashad. My friend put me on Isaiah Rashad, and that was the best decision I've made in my life. Outside of that, outside of like the greats of hip hop, it is very misogynistic, and it does not create a good space for marginalized groups. I remember a time when Lizzo made a post on Twitter about how she didn't understand why she can't be seen as a music producer or as even a rapper in the same light that maybe a Future would. And I remember how much hate, not only did Future give her hate, and then all of his crusty, musty ass stans gave her hate as well. And to that I say, Future, take care of your damn kids. She has a point. Never will she ever be seen as a rapper within the hip-hop community, even if she is singing a lot of the bars that she has. I always found her cadence not to rely so much on singing as much as it kind of relied on like this sing-songy cadence to deliver her lines within her music. And I just find it so interesting because like she isn't the first marginalized person within hip-hop music or not even to be seen as a hip-hop artist, right? I just think it's funny that Drake or Post Malone is able to take up some space, especially Post Malone. Do y'all know what Post Malone was doing before he did hip-hop? Look it up. I'll tell you as much, it wasn't hip-hop. Why is Post Malone able to take up a significant amount of space, a white band able to take a significant amount of space up in the music industry for just singing melodic sing-songy tones in his music, but somehow Lizzo isn't able to? Somehow Lizzo gets ostracized for seeing herself in the same light or as the same level of a Future or maybe a Post Malone, but neither is Future or Post Malone seen in that way. Like, that makes no sense to me. Make it make sense. And it's not just Lizzo as well. It's a bunch of other marginalized musicians too. Another one that comes to mind is Doja Cat. Yeah, I know she had that controversy like a year or two ago. But let's not add like a lot of our faves don't have controversies. I don't even think I'm a Doja Cat stan. I just, this isn't about me. This is about the commentary in Lizzo. I really do believe that Doja Cat, honestly, probably has the strongest bars out of all the female rappers in the rap game right now. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said and I meant what I said. Her bars go hard, and yet and still she is not able to be seen as a rapper. If anything, like in the award shows, they will never nominate her for best female rapper. It'll be for best female R&B artist, which like, hell no. Like, give that to SZA or Ari Lennox or like her, like not Doja Cat. Come on. You know, people will be so quick to like sink her in with an Ariana Grande or a Beyonce and be like, why can't she be the next that? And it's like, well, she's not gonna be the next that because Ariana Grande and Beyonce are their own brand. If it's not Doja Cat being allowed to take up space within the hip-hop industry, it's Doja Cat being shoehorned into this subculture of, or this subgenre of pop rap, and or us aggressively trying to make Doja Cat the next Nicki Minaj, which I am here to tell you, there will never be another Nicki Minaj, so just cut it out, all right? It's just not happening. Like, let it go. Doja Cat is a perfect example of another female musician not being able to take up space in the hip-hop genre because her music is too poppy. But then again, we have Post Malone and Drake and whatever mumble, sing-songy, emo, gothic rapper out there just singing to their heart's content. Don't even have an inkling of the bars that Doja Cat has, yet and still Doja Cat isn't able to take that space up. Another example that comes to mind is gay people. Yeah, you know, since we have declared that hip-hop is very misogynistic, it is no surprise that hip-hop is also very homophobic. And if you know what I mean by that, then you know that I am talking about Lil Nas X, Saucy Santana, and literally any other gay rapper that wants to be a part of the hip-hop community. Tell me why Lil Nas X and Saucy Santana weren't on the roster for Rolling Loud. Oh wait, and sure, you can say that Lil Nas X sound is more poppy than it is rap. Let's not act like Homeboy didn't create a whole new sub-genre of a hip-hop and Western music hybrid. Let's not act like that didn't happen in 2019. Come on, come on. We gotta give Lil Nas X his flowers. And the fact that we are still sitting here and still ostracizing Lil Nas X because, you know, he's niggas be gay, while their music is give or take for me, I do enjoy Saucy Santana. I think they are very much so a fun time, but not once did I see them on the roster for Rolling Loud or any other hip-hop music festival at that. Why is that? I have to say that hip-hop music specifically is very much so a genre that revolves around men and men's intentions, and I do believe that even though we have an influx of female rappers within the game right now, the majority of them that are taking off aren't for the male gaze. Like, you don't see No Name popping off the same way Megan Thee Stallion is, do you? I'm just saying, you know, I'm pretty sure none of y'all even know who No Name is. If any of y'all know who No Name is in the chat, please leave a comment, because I'm pretty sure a majority of y'all do not. But anyway, hip hop is not meant for marginalized people. It is definitely a gatekeeping culture that will only allow a selective group within its culture, but will also heavily police and push their agenda onto that marginalized group. With my 2 points, that Black folks do not get a chance to build and grow their brand outside of an urban sound, and marginalized folks not being able to take up space within the hip-hop industry. What I am saying in relation to Lizzo, when we sit here and say that Lizzo makes mammy music or pop music for white folks, or arguably, I guess you can call it nondescript music, I don't really know. Did we ever really give her a chance to explore outside of that? Did we ever let her explore outside of that? Did we ever accept her outside of being a pop artist? No, we did not. Well, I did. Okay, so hi everyone, it's once again Editing Exis here again on the Friday that I am supposed to be posting this video. Don't you just love it? I'm almost done. I just have to add in like this one bit about Lizzo in regards to her accolades and awards that she did receive, just to kind of flesh out this video a little bit better. So it has come to my knowledge that Lizzo in the 2019 Grammy Awards, she did win as best, or was it 2019? Hold on one second. Okay. So it was the 2020 Grammy Awards. It says 2020, but I'm pretty sure when Lizzo was performing and stuff, it was in 2019, because I was definitely following the 2020 Grammy Awards and all the performances and everything. Like, Megan Thee Stallion killed it. Doja Cat killed it with her little cat robot heads. Yeah, and then there was the WAP with the robots. Remember? Futuristic WAP, cyberpunk WAP. Yeah, I was definitely following 2020's Grammy Award performances, and not once did they mention Lizzo. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, so Lizzo won Grammy as Best Urban Artist for Urban Contemporary Album, Traditional R&B Performance, and Pop Solo Performance. So she did win some awards having to do with urban contemporary music, and then R&B, and then also as pop. So I just wanted to like really like discuss that, because I don't want to seem like I'm contradicting myself, or like my information isn't accurate enough, or my point falls flat. So this is what I mean to say in regards to like Lizzo and how she gets treated in the music industry. I think that we shouldn't box her into a specific category. If she wants to be seen as a pop star, she can be seen as a regular bubblegum pop star. If she wants to be seen as an R&B artist, she's allowed to be seen as that. If she wants to be seen as urban, she's also allowed to be seen as that as well. I think my biggest point within this video is trying to solidify the idea that Lizzo should be accepted and valid in all of these areas of music without her having to feel like she has to prove herself, or without people having to put her under such scrutiny. For example, when she's seen as a pop artist, her music is always seen as too commercial and too, like, her music is seen as too Old Navy playlist, you know, which I disagree. Most of her music isn't like that, just the really popular ones. And there's nothing wrong with like Old Navy playlist, right? Like that's okay, you know, it's still good music, you know. Anything that's commercial is good, right? But even then, it's like she's not even like a interesting pop artist, like maybe like The Weeknd or Dua Lipa, where they dabble into dark pop or something, you know. And then it's like, even when she like wants to be seen as an urban artist, she is then held under scrutiny by other musicians' fans, where they tell her that she isn't really urban or hip hop because of X, Y, and Z, and because you know, maybe the music that is popular isn't as urban as it should be, I guess. So I guess my whole entire point about Lizzo is that, yeah, we should definitely give her more credit as an artist. There is definitely some fat phobia there, like, on God, no cap. I feel like if she were skinnier, she wouldn't get this much hate. However, I feel like the colorism would probably be a little bit stronger. I feel like we should just give Lizzo credit for who she is as an artist and not try to like box her in with her just being an urban artist, and just let her be pop when she wants to be pop. And I also think that we should allow her to call herself a hip hop artist, just like I stated, those other marginalized people within the hip hop industry need to be seen as hip hop artists and be respected within the hip hop community as well. And like obviously R&B, Lizzo definitely has a strong R&B influence, so by default she's already going to be accepted into the R&B genre of music. But I think that she can equally be seen in or all three genres of pop, hip hop, R&B, and urban, and that shouldn't be a problem, and that we should give her a lot more credit for being able to tackle all those genres successfully. It just seems like the fat phobia of Lizzo is so strong that people will immediately compare her to a fat phobic racist stereotype before actually seeing her talent as a person. I don't know. I just wanted to clarify that. It's just so like my video doesn't sound off or messed up or inaccurate. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the video, and hopefully I will get this video out by tonight. All right. I said Friday, so I'm gonna get this video out on Friday. Okay. See ya. Y'all future stands with your musty, no, probably never bathed ever, don't know what lotion is, head ass folks did not accept Lizzo ever, because you would be damned. You knew of a woman within the hip hop industry that you could not have sex with, okay? Like, I'm being completely honest. And that's not to say that Lizzo is unfathomable, but is to say that there is a lot of unrealistic beauty standards placed in hip-hop music. What I mean to say about the whole situation with Lizzo, specifically about her music, and specifically about whether or not she make music for white people, whether she is a mammy within the music industry, which I really do not want to hear anymore. Lizzo is far from being a mammy within the music industry. Both ways, Lizzo can't win. Lizzo can't win for being a pop artist, being able to solidify her sound and explore different sounds, because for some reason that seems more digestible to the white folk. And Lizzo also cannot be seen as a more urban, a more hip hop sounding musician, because she isn't accepted by those within the hip hop community. Why are we saying that Lizzo makes music for white folks when in reality hip hop never really accepted her in the first place? I mean, where else was she supposed to go? Like, y'all didn't want her, and then, you know, pop music accepted her, and now for whatever reason she is this, she's that, it doesn't add up for me. I don't know. I think that she is an incredible pop artist. I think that not only is her brand on point, I think that she is incredibly talented, not only with her performance, but also with her musicality, with her ability to play the flute, with her vocals, I think Lizzo is a very solid musician. I also can't even put Lizzo in the category of being a nondescript artist, because when you hear her music, sure, you could probably hear like how it can be commercial, but also it is so undeniably her. Like, it is very much so her. It is very much so what she is. It is very much what she stands for. I think it is incredibly disgusting. A good amount of people will sit there and say that Lizzo is cooning here and cooning there, and isn't making music for, you know, minorities, because she is a minority. Also, it is impressive that Lizzo is like a brown-skinned woman in the pop music industry. When have we seen a brown-skinned woman in the pop music? Like, I want to say, and not Chloe Bailey, okay? That's a whole can of worms that I can get into another day. I'm not doing it today. My shade and darker. When have we ever seen a brown-skinned girly in the pop music or music industry? Since it's R&B, and so is her, so don't go there. But that's my point. Lizzo is able to solidify herself as a pop star girly within the music industry, being brown skinned. That is pretty impressive. I don't know, it just blows my mind. But anyway, thank you for watching my video. I really thought that this video was gonna be super long. I had like 3 pages of notes, and somehow I was able to get through it within the course of 40 minutes. So I am very proud of myself. Hopefully I will be able to edit most of this tomorrow on Thursday, so I can get it out to you on Friday. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about Lizzo and her music specifically. If y'all want me to do a video about like the fat phobia within the music industry and fat phobia in general and body image, I can. I also have a video about body image and all that stuff on my RTT, on my YouTube channel. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.